more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you.
So you're going to take the bezel wire and shape it around the stone. And then I'm just going to clean up the joint a little bit and make it all straight. And then you want to cut the bezel wire so that it fits the stone perfectly. And once you have that together, you're going to want to create as much tension at the joint as you can. So I like to use some flat-headed jeweler's pliers and just press it down to get that tight connection at the joint. And once I have it in place and it's not going to move, I put it onto my third hand. And then you're going to want to use hard solder. So using your hard solder, you're going to want to place a small piece onto the joint. So and then taking your torch, you're just going to heat up the whole piece evenly and wait until the solder flows. And I'll show you a few different examples of that. And then make sure you quench all that in water before you touch it. And then we can move on to step 3. So now we're just going to fit the bezel onto the stone. You can pop the stone through it a few times to make sure that it's the perfect fit. And then using 22 or 24 gauge silver sheet metal, we're just gonna cut that out. And I just use scissors. You can use a jewelry saw. So since I use scissors, the edges usually bend. So then I just hammer that down and create a flat little piece. we're just going to solder the sheet metal onto our bezel wire. So now we're going to move up to medium solder. The hard solder has a higher melting temperature, so that should stay solidified, while our medium solder is able to flow. And then I just slowly heat that up. Sometimes the solder can bounce around, and just make sure to move it back. You're going to want to just arrange the solder on the inside of the bezel and have it so it's touching both pieces of metal. And then use your flux and then go ahead and heat it up. And then sometimes the solder doesn't flow to all of the bezel wire if the bezel wire is a little bent. So I just reheat it and then push that side down that is sticking up. And then those are your finished bezel cups. So to clean that up, I usually take some scissors and cut off the extra metal. I just kind of sand off the rest of the extra metal until it looks like smooth. The solder will join the two pieces of metal together, so you should have a seamless connection there. So if you sand off enough of the silver sheet metal at the bottom, it should just come to a clean line, like so. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And then I'm also doing a giveaway over the New Year's season on my Twitter, so make sure you go over to that and give it a retweet and enter. You can win a custom handmade ring by me with a value up to $200, so make sure you go over there and check that out. So next week I'm going to be posting a polishing video and tutorial, so make sure you ring the little bell to get that notification. But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.